All right, video, I don't know, what are we at? 3 of my protein and supplement series. So I wanted to talk to you today about vitamins and then fiber and micronutrients when it comes to protein, supplements, nutrition. So are vitamins important anymore? So I think absolutely. So in a perfect world, we would all get our nutrients from food. But for most of us, it's not realistic that we do that. But that's the goal. That's always the goal. So, like, how can we get off supplements and really, just get everything from whole food sources? So, the multivitamin will fill the gaps of where you're not getting all of your vitamins, all of your micronutrients. And supplements can help fill those gaps too. So I would always aim to get a high quality vitamin made from whole foods. So I personally use Garden of Life's vitamin code for women. I get it off Amazon, which I know some people are like, don't ever get that from Amazon. But I think it's been fine for me. I don't know, maybe check on me in a year. But that's what I use and I really like it. The only annoying thing is it's 4 capsules a day. So that can be it's tedious for me. I forget a lot. I don't forget a lot, but I'm like maybe 80% success rate of actually consuming all 4 pills every day. Okay, and then the follow-up to that is, should I worry about fiber and micronutrients? Now, I know everyone's Instagram feed can be very widely because, they're going to push stuff that you watch longer and somehow they're able to pick up on that, I don't know. But I see a lot of health accounts. I see a lot talk about protein, fiber. I mean, people are talking about the collagen. This is where I feel like I get old. I'm like, people talk about that. When you add the before anything, like people talk about the. Anyways, I can't even think of an example of what I mean. But it's like people talk about the fiber, like the fiber is important. And I don't know what that's all cracked up to be. So, anyways, fiber and micronutrients. On my feed, I see a lot of chatter about fiber, protein, just recently peptides. I see a lot about GLP-1s, but I just scroll past that because it doesn't apply. So, fiber is really important. It is. And it's not hard to get it into your diet, but you do have to be intentional. And I feel like that's a lot of the conversation with health is, are we being intentional with our meals? And a lot of us are struggling to even find time to be intentional. And again, I love this stuff, so I like to learn about it. I want to know more about it. I find it interesting. That's why I try to learn about it and shoot these videos. So hopefully then it can help you. But I've seen more and more, and someone I really look up to, he's like, honestly, people might need to focus more on fiber than protein, which is kind of like, I feel like everyone's like protein this, protein that. And I will say, I personally feel like, yes, we have over proteinized things. And again, to each their own. All right. So if it helps you, I'm not bashing it. I just personally am like, I don't want protein chips. I don't want a protein brownie or protein cookie. I don't want a protein. What else do they do? I don't want a protein crust on my pizza dough. I don't want there's a lot of things. And it's like a lot of the breads and I don't want protein in it. Okay? Because it impacts the flavor for me. And hey, if there's things that you're like, no, Kristen, try this. Okay, I'll try it. Okay? But maybe get our protein, focus on getting our protein from sources that protein naturally occurs in. And I think that's always going to be better for you in the long run. common sense wise. All right. And again, there's a whole conversation. This is nuance. There's a whole conversation about convenience and I just need to get my protein in and I don't have time to prep and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I hear you. I know. That's why people talk about this. This is why people consume content like this, because we're all in some way on the struggle bus and we're all on different struggle buses, but here we are. But ideally, have an extra portion of that chicken breast at dinner, okay? Maybe don't eat 4 ounces of chicken breast. Maybe eat 6 ounces or 8 ounces, depending on your goals, okay? Instead of 1 Greek yogurt cup, maybe have 2. Just some no nonsense ways to get more protein in. And so this fiber conversation. Fiber really helps with a lot of your digestive issues, gut issues, and I keep seeing people are like, fiber. Let's get more fiber in. And I also see the gut is not really researched, and I don't know how true that is. People talk about the gut microbe, microme. And I don't know. It's not very studied. I don't know. But there's probiotics are supposed to be good. So, and a lot of fiber has the probiotics in it. So, anyways, so things like seeds, nuts, berries, fruits, beans, all have fiber in it. And if we just be intentional, and 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day is what we should be aiming for. And what I like to do to get more fiber in is including beans and seeds in any bowl that I create. A taco bowl, Mexican bowl, whatever. Southwestern bowl, whatever you want to call it. Burrito bowl. I will top a taco bowl, usually with black beans and with pumpkin seeds or pepitas. And I think that's the same thing, but I don't know. But those things. And then a Greek yogurt bowl, a lot of times I'll top with berries. So blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, they're good on fiber. And then ground flaxseed. I really like ground flaxseed. Chia seeds are really good. The chia seeds, why did I do that? The chia seeds. That's kind of, I've been having overnight oats and trying to get more fiber. Oatmeal, chia seeds, yes. Good sources of fiber. And then the and then before I forget, there is, I think it's Olay is a brand. They have wraps. And sometimes I'll have that on the side of my taco bowl, because I'd rather just eat the taco bowl, not in a tortilla. But I really like those, and that has a lot of fiber in it. The one tortilla, and they're low calories. And I get those at Aldi. So that's a good source of fiber. And then micronutrients. So I recommend always taking a multivitamin to help fill the gaps where nutrition is lacking. And for your diet, always aim for foods that are minimally processed. So the less processed, the better. Someone says the less steps that came to your table from the ground is the best, but we always can't do the best because of time and other restrictions that life happens. So don't sweat the times that you have to eat fast food or other processed food due to convenience issues or traveling. It's if you're getting it 90% of the time, it's fine. Everything, you're going to be okay. But micronutrients, vitamins, these are all things that are important, I think, in the grand scheme of things. And you get them when you eat a diet that's full of whole foods. We all know what these are: fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, beans, things like that. And you're going to get your micronutrients through that. Okay, so that is what I have: vitamins, fiber, and micronutrients. So if you have any questions, comment below and I will try to help.